Hey, everyone. Welcome to the official Teenagers. I'm Charlie Ponger.
And I'm Debbie Nigro. Who the hell is this?
Guess who we have here?
Somebody just walked in. I'm walking out, and Charlie goes, whoa, get back. Turn the mic on.
How many times?
What do we have here?
How many times have we talked about Frankie Peppers, and he's in the studio?
Here I am. Debbie, I've been trying to get to you for a long time.
Oh, that's so freaking funny,
Just
man.
driving here, there was a van in my way. It was like purposely trying to stop me from getting to you. What's going on here?
What is the lure? What is the appeal, Frankie? At a certain point in time when somebody still finds you appealing, I'm all ears.
Listen, let me tell you something.
Yes, dear.
Something's always getting in our way.
What?
It's either COVID, the monkeypox,
how about
shingles, your husband,
your wife.
Maybe your father doesn't like Italians. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
How'd you get the name Frankie
Peppers? Maybe your father does not like Italians.
No, my father's long gone, but I feel him, and he does guide me.
Yeah.
And he always had very good instincts about men. And when I once brought a guy back to my house when I was younger, I'll never forget, my father would always be in his underwear. He'd come home from work, take off his clothes, sit down at the table in his BVDs. My mother would be like slapping her head, like, are you kidding me? So...
Frankie.
So is that why we didn't get together?
No,
because of your father? Not for your feeble excuses,
No, you need
Debbie.
to understand.
Charlie, do you mind if Debbie and I just sit on your couch and neck a little bit?
Listen to me,
See if we
stop.
have a little chemistry. And then if it happens, it happens.
Oh, he'd have thrown you out because what he was to do.
You asked him a question and then you went off on a
That's
tangent.
how I do it. I ask a question and go off on a tangent.
Yeah, so you asked him how did he get the name Frankie Peppers.
First, my father with the door in his underwear upstairs. He wasn't a well guy.
That's the side
the guy walks in. My father peeks through. He says, "How you doing?" And he shuts the door and goes back in. Right? Tells me later, "Stay away from him."
Are you saying that about Frankie Peppers?
I'm saying,
look, Deb, look how good looking he is.
Is that what you're trying to tell me? You know what I did to my daughter? Some guy came to take her out. He knocked on the door. I came and answered the door. He says, "Is Nicole here? She doesn't live here." I shut the door.
You did not. Fathers and daughters. You have daughters, Charlie.
Yeah, I told my now son-in-laws, if you're going to show up here, bring work boots with you because I'm going to put you to work.
Have some money in case we want to go out.
Yeah.
Is the bar open?
Are you a teenager?
I am a teenager. Of course I'm a teenager. Now listen, didn't Charlie ask you a question earlier?
Yes. How'd you get the name Frankie Peppers?
How did I get the name Frankie Peppers? Well, I had to take some notes. I put it in the back of my senior AARP letter, my letterhead.
Did you just come here to say hello, or were you prepared to jump on and hope the mics were on?
Nah, I didn't even think I was coming until the last minute. And then I started to listen to the teenagers, I always do. And I said, I wonder if Charlie's recording today.
Thus the notes on his
As
envelope.
I was thinking of you, Debbie.
Yeah.
Debbie Nigro. So how did I get the nickname Frankie Peppers? Charlie came up with it. Mm-hmm. You see, let me explain. Charlie, when he comes up with nicknames, it's all about food. It's like Scudole, Frankie Scudole, or.
Do you think people outside of our heritage have any idea what we're talking about, though? I
think there's a lot of people out there that know because they hear it all the time.
Yeah, they do.
They assume that everybody who's Italian has a vegetable last name.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Or some kind of nickname, Frankie Clams.
Yeah, well, here's the difference.
Protein.
Charlie,
throwing protein.
Yeah, see, Debbie, here's the difference. Charlie likes to use food. Like, get the Scudole or Frankie Scudole or Vinny Bag of Donuts or something along those lines, I like to use, I'm more sexual than that. When I come up with names for people, I like to use sexual names like Frankie Genitalia. So there it is right there. I got the vowel at the end. Maybe Debbie Cardolingus. I don't know. And then we can have Charlie Fellatio. It could be any of those.
He thought about this driving over.
Jimmy Volva.
This is such locker room stuff. This is why you have no girlfriends.
Yeah.
How about the expressions?
Guys like Frankie Peppers come out with you?
Yeah.
No, really. And the women just excuse themselves.
They flock to him. I just sit there and watch.
They flock with this nut?
Debbie, it's just like expressions that people use today. They use only the whole bowl of wax and things like that.
I'll use the whole bowl of wax, but I'm not using a bowl of bowls.
Well, I like to use an expression like titillating or penalize.
You don't get out
I'm
much,
going to penalize you.
He doesn't get out much.
He got the name Frankie Peppers because he makes the greatest fried peppers you're ever going to have in your life.
Now I'm interested.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in the other crap he just said, but I'm interested in his peppers.
No, he gives women nicknames too.
See, I am a prude.
You are?
dressed in a sexy older
You're not
woman
a
That's
prude.
probably why I like
costume.
you,
You're a
Debbie.
little. You pretend that you're a prude.
How do you know what I am and
Because
what
I
I'm
know.
not?
Because I just showed you the L-arginine
How long
vitamin.
have you two known each
and
other?
you said something sexual, and I went, "Oh, yeah."
no,
well, it's
you
not-
didn't. You went, "Oh, I'm going to give that to Dave. I can't wait."
I did not say that because Dave doesn't need that. Okay.
May I ask you two a question? How long have
are
you
you
two
still
known
here?
each other? How long have you two known each other?
I don't know, 30 years, 20
long
years.
time.
Oh, that
long
explains
time.
the hostility.
No, I noticed something just now.
Go ahead.
By the way, Frankie, it's nice to meet you.
My pleasure.
But I am a prude when it comes to talking about like overt sexual stuff. I don't do overt. I do subtle.
Yeah, subtle.
I like subtle.
You know,
like kissy
Debbie, enough
things.
of your feeble excuses. Let's get back on the couch.
His wife's gonna beat him to death.
Does she know you're here?
I told her I was going to visit Charlie.
Yeah.
Wife's gonna beat him to
didn't tell
death.
one.
Tell me
Little
about
dizzy
your
here. I
wife.
think I need a drink.
I'm sure she's a patient woman. What is
She's
her
a
name?
patient. She's at Bellevue now.
Understood.
Yeah.
So Frankie, what do you do when you're not making peppers or saying vulgar stuff?
Nothing.
That keeps you busy.
No, he's got a beautiful voice. He
No, he
Don't
really
do
sings.
does.
anything.
Are you a singer?
Yes.
Well, not really, but I do sing.
You
No,
have a
he
nice
does.
voice. Very nice voice.
He sings.
Yeah.
He sings crooner. Is that how you say it?
a
Crooner?
crooner.
song?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a crooner.
I
and
sing so low that you can't hear me.
Do you you
Or
sing out?
sometimes I sing by the window so you can help me out.
Oh man, I know this type.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I
all
know
the
it.
time.
All
It's
day
all
long.
day long.
Yeah,
You know, my wife says to me, "Don't trip and fall because you might break your tongue."
all day long.
All day long.
And how long you married? Because I wonder how long she's been in Bellevue.
She's been there for a long time.
Go ahead.
The poor
How long
kid.
you married?
I've been married for 30 years to how many? Which wife?
More than what?
To which one?
More than what?
Now, Debbie,
Yes.
this is supposed
Frankie.
to be about you and I.
So far,
I only came here to see you. And
Oh,
that's
man.
it. Stop talking about other men and women around here. I know you're married, and that's another obstacle. You got married.
I'm not officially married.
Oh,
I
you're not?
am officially coupled.
Oh, you're a couple?
Yes, I'm officially with my significant other, Dave, who I love.
Hi, Dave.
And we are late in life love affair. One of those ones that people aspire to after they've
Love late and light love affair.
yeah, as they, some people think there's nothing else for them again after something didn't work out. And many, many years go by sometimes before you hit the bells with somebody because the list gets really complicated of who fits your list. There's too many things. What is the thing that kept you married all these years? Like what is that makes you get along for that long?
She's a great cleaner.
Okay. Okay. And what do you do for
she's
your part?
immaculate at home.
What do you do
And
for
she
your
makes a very good dinner at night.
Oh man, he's going to get beat.
And no, really, I have to say that that Mickey is
Cool name.
is special in every way.
All right, there you go. You
She's
gave it to
special
her.
in every way.
Hi, thank
When she
God.
was little, that little short bus used to come pick her up. She was special from when she was just a kid.
I like Mickey's name. I like Mickey. Give me the
Well, I
first.
have Mickey and Nikki and KK. Mickey is my wife.
Yeah.
Nikki is my daughter for Nicole.
Right, beautiful.
And KK is short for Kayla. We call her.
Oh, you got a lot of
K.
K's.
We got a lot of K.
Yeah.
K is
we
a
got-
very memorable letter when you're trying to name like people and things. It's
I
just
have-
people remember K's and hard letters like.
I have Kristen with a K and
Beautiful.
Kendall with a K.
Yeah, they're both.
What do you guys meet in the maternity wards? Let's just keep the K thing going.
Yeah.
My God,
Right. And, Frankie Peppers was on a reality TV show.
why am I not surprised about that?
Yeah.
Who's
What was
reality? What was it?
Well, actually, kind of by accident. It was with the Food Network, and it was Mystery Diners. You remember Mystery Diners?
No, but I like the idea of it.
They used to come in and do a sting and find out what was going on. The owner would hire them because things were going wrong.
No, I
They
don't know that
figured it
show.
out.
So what diner was it?
Mystery Diner. Well, that was
Mystery.
just the name of it. It was restaurants out in California that they were using.
That was cool.
Yeah, so we had a lot of fun with that.
What'd you have to do on the show?
I was the bad guy. I was the lead. I was the partner in the restaurant that was stealing $5. And then people would come back to my family here and say, "I can't believe it. Why would he do such a thing? He doesn't need the money."
So, Deb,
Was
when
it a
he did the
sting
show,
on him?
Yeah. Yes, Deb.
Did you
when-
own the place?
No, I was.
You were actor.
I was an actor.
Oh, but people believe that you were
Yeah, they
a
believed
schlub.
that I really stole the $5.
Oh man,
I got more phone calls and texts from, what's wrong with
Charlie
you?
stuck up for me.
What's wrong with your friend? Oh my God, I never knew he was
What a
like
jerk.
that. I'm like, it's reality TV. He was acting. Come on, give me a break. But Frank, tell the story about when you were, doing the audition. It's hysterical.
I got called in to do this audition, and I had to come in, and they said, you're going to be fired by this other actor. I said, okay. So I walked in, and the producer's sitting on the sidelines, and the director's on the sidelines, and we go through this pace, right? And the guy fires me. He was very slow, and it just didn't seem to have any energy. So then I was, okay. He says, now you're going to fire him. So I used to be in the food business, and this was about a restaurant anyway. So I just took something from my memory banks, and I just went with it, and it worked. And I remember having to terminate, unfortunately, an employee, and some other funny stuff started coming into play. So I just used it,
and that's how you got cast for it. Yeah,
and it worked.
Yeah, but he's being very humble about it. When he first did the audition, as I remember this, when he did the audition, he walked in, and they said, "All right, the boss is going to fire you first, and let's see how you react." And you reacted in a way, and you said,
"Oh, he's firing me," and I said, "You're firing me? You got some boss firing me." I said, "You stay out all night. I'm doing all your work." I said, "You pay me late. You always walk out on Friday when it's time to get paid." I said, "You take money from your mother's Social Security money." I said, "If you don't pay me what you owe me, I'm going to come over there. I'm going to grab you by your neck. I'm going to leave you where you stand, but I'm getting my money today."
Ooh, so
that's how I got the. That's
how you got it. That's great.
He just off the
the
top of
producer
his
goes,
head.
"Whoa."
And then
the girl goes, "Okay, we'll call you." And as I'm leaving, I'm walking through the parking lot. My phone rings. It goes, "The producer loved you. You got to come back. That's what he wanted."
That's great. That's great, man.
It was just
You ever been on a reality show, Charlie?
Just my life is a reality show. But no, I haven't.
I have.
You have?
Yeah. Do you know about this?
No, I don't know
man.
about this.
Yeah, it was really funny as hell. But I forgot about it. It was called Dinner Takes All. And it was a reality show that was very popular in England. They brought over to the U.S. It was on the TLC channel, which I don't think exists anymore. But it was 5 nights, 5 people, 5 dinners. Dinner takes all. And you had to vote on the other people on a 1 to 10 how they did. And you had to pick a theme. And you had to host one night at your house. And the other 4 nights you had to go to the other people's houses for dinner. And it was a great show, right?
Neat.
And my brother had passed away. And I was... for so long, I couldn't even speak. It was terribly tragic.
Sorry, yeah.
And I agreed to do this maybe to get myself out of this funkadelic that I was in. And I made, my theme was Italian festival. Okay. So besides making my special eggplant parmesan surprise and my stuffed Italian breads and my bellinis and setting my house up.
Hungry, Deb.
Here's the part that I
Doesn't take much, Frank.
I lived in this apartment, right, in a very nice building, a very nice apartment, and so my friends knew they were taping, and I created a game called the Ring Toss, which you might find in Italian feast. Only I wanted people to toss their real rings, so I set it out on my deck where you tossed real rings to try and win the prize, and I had the whole place decorated. And my friends in the middle of the night, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, they're still taping. I'm losing it. They're downstairs, all drunk, yelling up like 20 of them. Hey, Debbie! I'm like, oh man, but yeah.
Where's my rings that you're pawning tomorrow?
So I lost because I didn't get the memo. I was being too nice. I go, oh, give her a 10. Oh, that's fantastic. Give him a 10. I boxed myself out from winning.
Yeah.
But the show was on all over the world. Every time people were traveling, they're like, people in Montana go, Debbie, you're on TV. Yeah. In Italy, you're Debbie. I go, you're kidding. It was very powerful.
That's
TV.
fantastic.
Dinner takes all.
So now I know 3 people that have done shows.
Yeah.
And too bad Johnny TV's not here today.
Oh, Johnny TV's
with
great.
the 2 of you.
As long as we're talking Italian nonsense, they followed me around for the shopping too with the cameras, I had to go to the Italian deli to get all my stuff.
Yeah.
And I went to the bread department and I go, here, you see what I'm doing here? Filling up the bread, Italian sport, filling up the bread. Then they followed me in my bathroom.
Don't get me going.
And I was hot and sweaty, and I'm trying to blow dry bad hair, and they're behind me. I go, I'm like Sophia Loren on crack. That's what I feel like here. You people are shooting on this. Anyway, it was a crazy experience.
It's a lot of fun, isn't it?
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work and a lot of, signing. You had to sign a lot of documents, very legal, documents. You can't reveal stuff about the show in advance. And
I was telling Charlie that, yeah.
very intense. Reality TV that is on now. I don't know that I like anything other than like fishing shows. I like when they go out into the crab fishermen in Alaska. What do you call that?
You mean almost? So it's
deadliest
almost like a real documentary. Almost. It's
I like
actually
that.
real stuff. Yeah.
I like that, but I don't like the housewife stuff. I mean, I can't.
How about you, Frank?
Not my favorite. No, Housewives. No, they're not my favorite.
What reality show do you like?
I really I really don't watch a lot of reality shows.
No,
I like to, like when I veg out, I like to just watch a comedy somewhere along the line.
Me too. I'd rather
Don
laugh.
Rickles.
Don Rickles, unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
Is that still going on? Is he still?
Well, you can find him on YouTube and all that sort of stuff.
And on Apple TV, Mr.
Yeah.
Warmth, right? I think you told me about that, and I watched it. Unbelievable.
Some of the
Talk about an insult comic, but the guy was obviously he was one of the warmest people in real life.
I think men and women are attracted to different kinds of
I don't know how obvious
comedy.
it was, but
No, you guys like the that sarcastic
Bill
stuff.
Burr.
Sexy.
I love Bill
Yeah.
Burr. Yeah.
Bill
Yeah.
Burr, yeah.
And girls like more.
George Carlin.
Oh, he was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was great. Who now? Who's really funny to you?
Bill Burr.
Really?
Bill Burr is so friggin' funny. He's remarkable. Yeah. He's very angry, or he pretends that he's angry. Let's put it that way.
Everybody needs an act, man.
Yeah, he's got a great act.
What's Frankie? What's your act when you're not Frankie Peppers? You got another act, or you're always Frankie Peppers? Like when you introduce yourself to
I
people.
never knew I was Frankie Peppers until Charlie started a couple of months ago.
Outside of this room, are you Frankie Peppers?
No.
It was about a year ago. Frankie
was it about a year?
Peppers. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Johnny TV calls you Frankie Peppers.
Oh, he
Here we
does?
go with it.
John Santa calls you Frankie Peppers. Frankie Renoni calls you Frankie Peppers.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh, because
Frankie
you were calling me
Leo
Frankie.
calls you Frankie Peppers,
All right, so I
and
guess
Frankie Santoro calls you Frankie Peppers.
Everybody knows Frankie.
Just about, yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I didn't know they knew me as Frankie Peppers, but evidently they
You got a
did.
reputation.
Evidently.
So
yeah.
how come? Are they hot peppers? Because I need to know about them.
It's a mix of both.
Okay. Do you think that certain people's taste buds can handle peppers better than others, and that it's in the DNA?
Yes, I do. When it comes to heat?
Heat.
Yeah.
Heat's in your DNA.
Yeah, I think so.
Because you'll sit with people
Charlie
who are
can
having
handle the
ghost
heat.
peppers, and like one person lands in the emergency room, the other person's going, "You got any more of that stuff?"
Oh, no. I was raised when I was
He
like
can
4
do it.
years old
He can
eating
really
hot
do it.
peppers, and
Jimmy
my sister-
Santaguida can do it.
My sister.
Jimmy Caparelli can do it.
Yeah.
What
there's
food
a-
did you have as a kid that tasted like poison that tastes delicious now?
Poison.
Not much.
Potatoes for me.
Yeah, you didn't like potatoes as a kid?
Oh,
And now,
I don't think there's anything I didn't like
I
when I
love
was a kid.
broccoli Rob,
Love
poison.
broccoli Rob.
Yeah.
Now, delicacy.
that's a
Loved
good
it
question, Deb.
oh,
That is a good question.
Yeah.
talk
Taste
show.
buds change. Taste buds change.
What did you hate as a kid? And that you could.
I have to tell you, there wasn't really anything that I disliked, as you could tell by looking at me.
Did you eat sardines, Frank?
Yes, I did.
Growing up?
Yeah.
Couldn't stand them.
It really, growing up in the restaurant business, there really wasn't anything that kind of turned me off unless it was sea urchin. Maybe sea urchin.
Sea
yeah, and I
urchin?
can't eat tripe. What can't you eat?
I can eat tripe.
You can?
Stomach lining of the cow.
Ew, it's disgusting.
No. What about the brains of a calf?
Ew, disgusting. Ew.
Our grandparents ate
Gabutsel,
all
they call
that
that gabutsel. It's a brain of the sheep.
Calf.
Oh,
Yeah, they cut it in half and they roast it, and then
Ugh.
it all depends on how you cook it. Frank Porchetta, the late Frank Porchetta used to cook it was dynamite.
yeah?
I didn't eat the eyeball and things like that. Though.
Anything they
There's
serve on your
certain
dish
things-
with an eyeball looking at
Oh.
you, to me, it's a deal breaker. It's
Oh
like,
my
really, take the
gosh.
eyeball away. I can't look at the eyeball, okay?
So that's where they cut the head off when you're eating the fish.
Hey.
Frank,
What is the restaurant you grew up in, or with business?
My parents used to own a couple of restaurants in Greenwich. My father
very
was in
cool.
the restaurant business.
Greenwich, Connecticut.
yeah, very cool.
Frank, what's
Charlie.
that meal that you would make for me in the morning with the eggs and the tomatoes? And what was that called?
It's like a jumbo. It's called
Jumbo.
But, it's
See?
peppers, fresh tomato,
Sausage.
eggs, sausage, and you put it all in one pan. And
That sounds
you put the lid
good.
on it, and then you dip bread in it. The egg is sunny side up, and in there, in the peppers. It's good.
Wow,
That's
it
a-
sounds excellent.
That's
He
a
should
10
cook for us.
That's a 10-pounder.
Yeah, and we should have a drink. Is the bar open?
Yeah, the
What time
bar's
is it?
Have you had a
I'm
drink?
spitting dust here today.
Have you
No,
had
I
a
haven't.
drink?
No, I haven't had a drink yet.
Oh, 'cause I thought you were going
I'd
to
be
say.
a lot more talkative if I did.
He said,
Dangerous.
one time he came in here, he goes, "You're going to make me a drink?" I'm like, "All right." And he goes, first one today with the left hand.
Yeah, my first one today.
You know,
With this
it's
hand.
we're taping this in October. It's Sober October. I don't know if you guys know that.
It's
And a chance
Sober
to
October.
give up
Well, that-
alcohol for a period of time.
There's a Debbie Downer for you. Sober October.
It is.
Is that sounding?
And I thought I liked everything about you, Deb, until just now.
Well, some say
Let's
that
get back on the couch.
some say taking a month off, if you like to drink, is good for your system. You know, even if you don't drink that much. So let's can that idea, okay? Because
I'm not a big drinker.
I'm not either.
Yeah.
But
Neither am I.
apparently Frankie Peppers is whining.
Yeah, we got to make him a drink, so we got to go.
Anyway, very nice to meet you.
Debbie, it's my
except
pleasure.
for that vulva stuff.
It's my pleasure. I remember you back in the 80s, Deb.
Oh my gosh.
All right, everyone.
Oh man.
You're listening to the official Teenagers. All right, Deb, you ready? 1, 2, 3.
See you later. Bye.